Oh, okay. So I just saw this story about how lawmakers, Congress to be more specific, and just other people in states and around the country are calling for Procter and Gamble, the parent company of Tide, to redesign their Tide Pods to make them look less appetizing and to make them look less like candy. And they're kind of putting together an argument that there were like several hundred calls over the past couple of years for, children. I don't know if that's just children really that were poisoned, and the parents had to call poison control. Okay, so let's be honest here. This has more to do with the Tide Pod challenge and less about children. Okay, so if young children are getting poisoned, they don't know better. They're young. Okay, so that's not a problem with Tide. Procter and Gamble already put out a statement that they're not responsible for this stupid, idiotic trend that's going around, and I completely agree with them. If you're not smart enough to know not to eat toxic, poisonous shit, then you deserve whatever is going to happen to you, and it pisses me the fuck off that Congress, that people's taxpayer dollars are actually paying for these people. We pay for these people to go to work for us, to enforce the laws, to make laws, to better improve our way of life. And this is what they're discussing about redesigning laundry detergent so people don't get the urge to consume them, so they could film themselves making some retarded video because they have some sort of thing in their mind that tells them like, oh, I need to have a purpose in life, so I want to get attention like my favorite YouTubers and Vine stars out there and on Instagram, so I'm going to film myself fucking consuming laundry detergent. So okay, so if little kids are getting their hands on this stuff, that's not a problem with the company. I mean, there's many poisonous substances out there. I mean, we're supposed to redesign Drano. We're supposed to redesign motor oil. We're supposed to make antifreeze less enticing. I mean, all these toxic things not to consume. So if children are getting their hands on them, that's not really a fault of the company. That's your fault. You need to better protect your home. You need to make sure that these things are out of the reach of children. You can't just turn around and start blaming a company where they're making products, for you. This is capitalism, so you can consume. You not to consume them, but consume them from like a buying standpoint. Okay, so maybe people are not understanding that when they mean to consume their products, they don't mean it in the literal sense. Okay, so we're gonna redesign this stuff. The lawmakers, they're claiming that they look like candy. No, they don't. I don't remember the last time. Okay, so I get the thing. If I could really, this is what I usually do. I like, you guys know, I put myself in the shoes of the people making the argument. So you could better understand. So I'm gonna put my retard cap on, and I'm going to see. Okay, so they look a little bit like mints, right? Okay, I've never seen a mint that big and bloated and squishy like that before. So right away, if you've got the Tide Pods right next to your peppermint mints, you kind of know there's a difference there. Ooh, this is feeling a little squishy. Also, it's in the bag that says Tide Pods, and somewhere on the bag it also says it about being detergent, and it doesn't really look like packaging that candy would be in. Okay, so most things do come in a plastic package. It doesn't necessarily mean it's food, that it's meant to be consumed and go into the human body. I mean, how did we get to this point? I mean, we need to tell people this, where we need to cater to society to make sure that they don't harm themselves. And we're talking about adults here. Here in the U.S., when you reach the age of 18, you're just as liable to abide by laws as anybody else in this country that is older than 18. So it doesn't matter if you're of college age and this is who's doing the Tide Pod challenge. I'm sorry to say, but anything that happens to you is your fault. There's it's toxic. You know it's bad. And how come for so many years we didn't need to be told this, but all of a sudden it's 2018 and all these advancements. You thought we were going to have flying cars just a few decades ago. We thought we were going to be so advanced. And now we have to actually like relegate ourselves to the position of having to inform people not to consume detergent. Now, I know this all falls into the realm of challenges, and that's what's popular, the cinnamon challenge, the ice bucket challenge, which, I mean, they had, good benefits to that. It was for ALS awareness, and certain celebrities would do it, to raise money. And, we could get into the whole argument of the legitimacy of those charities, but we're not going to get into that right now. We're talking about this. And this right here, to say this is sad is an understatement. I mean, this is downright massively depressing. The fact that these people are actually trying to get a company to redesign and make something look less appetizing that is not even food. I mean, what the fuck is going on with people? I mean, it's like a dream world. It's like, but I keep shaking myself awake, but I'm already awake. I can't believe that I'm actually looking at this stuff and it's reality. This is reality. This is actually happening. I'm really looking at a news story that's informing me about people poisoning themselves, and lawmakers have to rush to the rescue to help the idiots. So they don't hurt themselves. This is, when you harm yourself willingly, you're a mental patient. They used to commit people in the back in the day, but now instead we're turning on the videos and we're laughing. This is entertaining. Now, luckily, there's a lot of people that are calling these people on their idiocy, and thank God. I mean, at what point do people wake up and realize, that something is stupid? And thankfully, there's a good portion of the population that does realize this is stupid. But how about the population that is doing it in large numbers? And people were brushing it off. Oh, this story seems fake. People can't be this stupid. And lo and fucking behold, it has actually reached the point where actually you have Congress stepping in to try to quell this situation, try to stop it in its tracks. And I mean, they're doing it in the dumbest way possible. I mean, this is something where you really can't help people. If they're this stupid, there's nothing that you could do. I mean, how are you going to help these people? I mean, other than locking them up in mental institutions, I mean, it's just. I mean, there's no way you can resolve the situation. This is a people problem. This is not a problem with Procter and Gamble. This is not a Tide Pod challenge. This is how society is going. We are going downhill. We invented all these amazing inventions, and we came so far in life and in society and for mankind, and to see this happening, I mean, it's a real shame. That's a real big understatement, I know, but it really is a real shame that I have to see this happening before my eyes. Anyway, guys, I mean, what more is there really to say about this? I could keep on repeating it's stupid, it's retarded. I mean, and all of those things hold true, but they're all understatements. I mean, this is like the apocalypse for mankind. It really is. Um, Anyway, guys, there you go. Will they maybe end up forcing them in some way to redesign them and make them look less appetizing? Maybe so. But this is probably one of the dumbest things I have heard so far in 2018. And the sad thing is, we're not even 2 months in. February's not even halfway over yet, and we're just getting started here in 2018. And this is already what we're looking at. And we're not looking at much. We're not looking at much good. Until next time.